everyone's trauma is not the same. Everyone's response to trauma is not the same. Let me share with you mine. And as you're listening, you're probably going to think that my traumatic experience is not that deep. But for me, in the age I was, it was traumatic. And it
actually was a part of a program where God just really seeded this ministry in me.
Let me tell y'all something. I done found me a keeper.
I want to be honest in that. So
here we are today. Let's talk about this big word, trauma. Let's get into that because a lot of us experience it, and I want to make sure we have an understanding of what it is because a lot of us don't. And also, some of us, most of us, a lot of us as well, use that as an excuse for the results of our life or the current circumstances of our life. And so I just want us to really dig into it just a little bit here on the Women Alike podcast because we keep it raw, real, and relevant. So let's define trauma. Trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience. And from my understanding, these experiences are circumstantial and they're personal because they vary between people. Like everybody is not going to experience the same event between two people could get have different experiences is what I'm trying to say. So like your reaction to being bullied compared to your friend's reaction to being bullied, totally different. For one person it could be deeply distressing, it could be a traumatic experience. For the other person it could be an opportunity to show that they can fight, and so they fight, and they end the bullying. It don't really bother them. They could constantly be bullied and constantly fight and it not affect them. That's just their experience. That's what they got from it. And so everyone's trauma is not the same. Everyone's response to trauma is not the same. Let me share with you mine. And as you're listening, you're probably going to think that my traumatic experience is not that deep. But for me, in the age I was, it was traumatic, and the result of it has caused some things to be troubling for me down the line in my future. And so let me share with you. I probably shared this before, actually. I don't know. But anyway, when I was little, I wanted to be a singer, probably in elementary school. The Cheetah Girls was out. Yeah, I probably did share this. Yeah, the Cheetah Girls was out, and me and my friend girls, me and my cousins, we wanted to make a girl group. And I'm pretty sure a lot of young kids, when the Cheetah Girls came out, especially us girls, wanted to create our own group and make up dances and make up songs and da 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 da. But I was serious. And so at some point in my childhood, Carowinds was having like this girl group audition type of thing, and you could go audition to be a part of the group. And I wanted to go. I printed off the information. I was telling my mom, I want to go, I want to do this. And when I came to her and told her, my siblings was there, everybody was there, they just laughed it out. Like they was just like, ah. And like in the movies where people are getting bullied and like everybody's in the hallway and that one person's in the middle and it's like going in like the camera's going in like this slow motion circle with everybody like, ha, 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 ha. It was like that for me. And so they all just kind of like laughed it out. Somebody even said, what you gonna sing? Let me hear you sing something. What you gonna sing? And so from that point forward, I always had to battle in my thoughts this anytime I wanted to do something that was outside of the box, that was unfamiliar to the bloodline, my family members, I would have to battle with myself like, what are they going to say about this? Am I even going to be good at this? Why do I even want to do this? This is not something that I can do. Da 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 da. And so down my line, down my lifeline, I had to battle with that. Still often have to battle with that, and it manifests different ways in my life, if that makes sense. So you may be listening like, girl, it's really not that deep, but it affected me so much to where now as an adult, I had to deal with questioning every choice I make. Anything that I wanted to do outside of the box, it was a battle. And that's how my trauma, that was an experience that was traumatic for me, a deeply distressing or disturbing experience. and yours will look different. So I want to encourage you or let you know not to be so quick to write off other people's trauma just because you hadn't experienced it. One thing that really irks my nerves is when you share your traumatic experience with someone, they say, "Oh, well, that happened to me too. So what? Did you like it when it happened to you? So what, I'm supposed to just be okay with it because you went through it too?" You know what I'm saying? I cannot stand when people say that because it's uncompassionate, it's dismissive, and it's disrespectful. Like, I understand that some people had a hard life. Okay, but the generation after you or your friends, whoever, family members that have gone through the same things that you have, your ideal should be you should share some type of compassion like, dang, I went through the same thing. I'm so sorry that's happened to you. Even if you can't offer any advice to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot stand when people say that. Oh, well, that happened to me too. Like, what? That's crazy. Like, I've had people say that to me, and other people have told me that they've had experiences like that where they shared something with someone and got that type of response. It's just so dismissive and disrespectful. So let's keep going. As a result of trauma, people have trouble managing their emotions. It's like your emotions get out of order and they affect many different things in your life, like your self-esteem, your productivity, your mindset. It affects your relationships, your career, and etc. Your emotions being out of order, unchecked emotions kind of contaminate almost every area of your life. It contaminates when your emotions go unchecked. And that's why your life seems like it may be out of order right now, if that's you, because your emotions are calling the shots. You're letting your emotions tell you what to do. And on the other hand, some of us have such a tight grip on our emotions, right? That they are extremely suppressed. And every month or so, you explode because you're suppressing everything that comes at you. How you feel about it, you suppress it. You get sad about something, you put it in the back of your head. You get mad about something, you put it in the back of your head. You're disappointed, you put it in the back. You throw it all to the back till eventually there's no more room in that closet and everything explodes. And that's not good either. But here are my words to you, is that you need to find a balance by knowing when to express your emotions and when not to express your emotions. You got to do what you need to do to find that healthy balance, because everything does not deserve a response or a reaction from you. And then there are some things that do. And when you feel your emotions, you need to know how to let those things out in a healthy way. Remember, if you've been tracking with the Purpose Place for a minute, you already know what I'm about to say about your emotions. Your emotions are what? Signals, letting you know that there is something going on with your body, with you, right? And how you respond to those signals determines whether or not the outcome will be good, quote unquote, or bad. So we have emotions that are negative and we have emotions that are positive. No emotions are bad, but your response is what determines the good or bad. If you choose not to get your emotions in check, you're going to continue to go in a revolving cycle of dysfunction. So if you desire, you can hire me as your life coach if you want to get into the nitty gritty of your emotions, and we can break some things down and get an understanding and get some strategies and things when it comes to managing your emotions, because it affects so many areas of your life. It affects your productivity. It affects your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. It affects your everything, your relationships, all of it. And so get what you need. I'm telling you that you have to find a balance. And in that, you have a choice to make. Every day you wake up, you have a choice to make. You can get up and make the day great, or you can get up and have a mediocre day, or you can get up and have a sad, down, depressive day. You choose how you respond to the things that happen to you. But it's no more using your trauma as an excuse as you've sat and listened to this video. So if you need to go to spiritual counseling, and I'm talking about spiritual as in God, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the King of Kings, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, spiritual counseling, not this new age divination and fortune telling and palm reading and all that stuff, not that. We're talking about the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the I Am. That type of spiritual counseling. If you need to fast, do that. If you need to hire a life coach, hire me. Let's go. Trauma is not an excuse. It is an experience, and God has many more good experiences for you. You just have to keep your mind on Him.